Hey YouTube, and my community and everybody that out there that actually watches these videos. I put one up that was kind of, maybe, I wouldn't call it a hit piece. Just the way I feel about this young lady, this very pretty young lady named Heather Ontos. And, that video was stricken from YouTube. Why? They didn't tell me. I violated their guidelines or something. Or, somebody out in the world who likes her saw my video and was like, no! So I guess this is going to be the tamer version of that same video. If you're a white man or an American, this beautiful young woman hates you. At least on Twitter. Because on Twitter, I mean, she's not anonymous. We all know who she is. And she says this stupid shit over there. I don't know if it's supposed to be sarcasm, because it's hard to read sarcasm. If you know what I mean. I wish I could share screenshots, but I just have my phone, and I'm not good at Twitter either. Or YouTube, for that matter. So yeah, I just want people to know out there that this young lady holds political views that are skewed, I don't know where, to the insanity of somewhere. And she behaves like, one of the bad guys from World War II. I mean, she's a sexist and a racist and a, all around awful person online. I was triggered. I was incensed when I watched Sal talking to her, because she's a nobody that never read a comic book in her fucking life, and she gets an editoring job at Marvel to be Tom Brevoort's work girlfriend. And I really believe that. I don't know if it's true, but I believe it. Because somebody had to hire her, and he was editor-in-chief or some shit. I don't know what kind of power he has, but... And yeah, she's the head milkshake girl. And I know your boy Zach said some awful things about her too, but his video stayed up. Mine didn't. Curious about that. Very curious about that. But now, I put it out in the public, and his, I think, was private. Only people that subbed to his channel could see it. I know I never saw it. But, she's easy to talk about because she goes online and does stupid shit. She says stupid shit, but because she works for Marvel, that behavior is not just allowed, I think it's endorsed. Like, she's supposed to incense the fans to not want to buy Marvel comics. She's supposed to make people not want to buy Star Wars comics. And that's who Marvel was, that was her division at Marvel as an editor. And, I don't know her personally, and I don't know her schooling or anything, but I don't think she has a degree in writing or anything. I don't think she has any kind of degree in public relations or anything like that. It's probably like liberal arts or something. I don't know. But if she even has a degree, I don't know. Sure is cute though. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, YouTube struck that video. So I'm trying to make a tamer one. I think I did get pretty vehement in that other one. I can't even watch it now because I deleted it off my phone after I uploaded it because my phone has limited space, But yeah. Her online persona is that of a troll and a bad guy from World War II if you know who I mean. If you're an American, of course, you would know who I mean. But I guess I gotta cloud my terminology just like Jeremy over at the Quartering does. He can't just say what he means. He's gotta use, different terminology. Yeah, that's Chase over there. Still, I think nobody working in there. Not sure how they fill that ATM every day, but they do. So I'm not here every day, all day, every day, but somebody's got to get in there and fill the ATMs that drive through. And anyhow, yeah, Heather Ontos is a piece of shit, really. Very pretty girl, though. I mean, like I said, if we met in a bar somewhere and she was attracted to me, which is, statistically impossible. But if she was drunk enough and whatever, yeah, I'd take her home. She's very attractive. I'll never say anything bad about her looks. Her online politics and her online persona, hell yeah. She acts like a fucking bad guy from World War II and then calls you that. She'll say that to you. And she calls all the readers that. You don't like Captain Marvel? Well, you're a bad guy from World War II. What if Captain Marvel, objectively sucks? You know what I mean? What if it's just a trash movie? Well, who cares, right? You can't say that kind of stuff. You can't say it's objectively bad without being called a Nazi, as Cartman would say, or a bad guy from World War II, as Jeremy likes to say. But yeah, that's what she behaves like. And she's in lockstep with a bunch of other assholes that behave the exact same way. And funnily, they all work at Marvel Comics. Go freaking figure. Marvel Comics has become what they beheld. Marvel Comics has become that thing that they espoused against in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s. When they made rad comics that everybody liked. But they got infested with these people that have such differing ideologies. They can't even make a decent superhero comic anymore without talking about their politics. And it's their politics, not the character. They don't get the characters right anymore. They suck. Marvel Comics sucks. They have, and it's funny, I got out of there a long time ago. This is going to sound whack because Grant Morrison was writing X-Men and everybody loved it. I hated it. It's not the X-Men to me, not at all. Frank Quitely's art is good, objectively very good. It's not for me. Not on X-Men. Like the other shit he was doing over at DC, where he was drawing animals and shit. He's amazing at animal anatomy, let me tell you. But the X-Men, they just looked weird to me. I didn't dig it. And Grant's story was too layered. I didn't care. I just want cool people doing cool shit every episode or every issue. And that's why I really like DC, because that was like that. There'd be some downtime episodes, especially after a big, storyline wrapped up, and that's fine. But Marvel Comics now couldn't. I only thing you could use it for now is toilet paper. The issues that they put out in every line of their comic line is trash. I hear people are excited for Donny Cates' Venom and shit, and that's cool. Maybe he's writing a good story. I don't know. Donny Cates did a cool thing this week, too. He emptied everybody's reserve boxes at the comic shop, and he paid to have them all sent out to the subscribers, which I think is pretty cool. It helps the comic shop, and it gets the books into those kids' hands. or those men's hands, because it's probably all 45-year-old men like me. But yeah. But it's people like Donny Cates and Heather Antos and Mark Waid and let's see who else. I gotta think about Marvel people. Dan Slott, Tom Brevoort, Joe Quesada. They got infested with extreme left-wing politics, where everything is offensive, so their books can't be offensive to anyone. And that means they're not attractive to anyone. No one should want to read a Marvel comic anymore, because there's no heroics. There's no, I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to have a poster of the X-Men, like having a pool party. And yeah, there's some sexy girls. There's hunky guys. It was like, you know, it's like the perfect human form. Like, you know, what we should all aspire to, you know. But, I mean, if you're a fat guy like me, do you think, like, oh, I couldn't be like Hank McCoy? I couldn't go to school and learn all that stuff and be like him in that way? No, I have to look physically like the Beast to identify with him? No. He's an intellectual, like a lot of people. He's just blue and furry. And, you know, yes, Scott with his visor. I mean, they all had limitations. I mean, Wolverine's only like 5'4". He's small for a man. You know, he's got to live with that his whole life. And, of course, he's weighed down by all the adamantium in his body. And I guess that's what gives him his, like, very limited super strength. Because, you know, I don't know how heavy adamantium is, but it's got to weigh a lot. And, you know, you had Rogue looking all sexy, but no one can touch her. You know, that's her curse. Every one of these characters has a problem, you know, and it made them human, even though they weren't, even though they had these amazing superpowers. I can honestly tell you, I don't know what Peter's problem was. Peter Rasputin. I mean, he's a good-looking human that turns into a giant metal dude. Not sure where his issues were. Can't remember. There's something, I know. Like Storm, you know, Aurora Monroe, she had no powers when this pool party happened. They were taken away by Forge, who was also there at the mutant pool party. He's got a metal leg and a metal arm, because he was a Vietnam vet that got him blown off. But he was also like a tech genius, and he found out he has a superpower for creating technology. Pretty awesome mutant power. It's a totally awesome mutant power when I think about it. But those were characters. These are characters that you could, like, yes, they're all half naked, having a pool party, and it's a giant poster by Jim Lee. You couldn't produce that today at Marvel. There's no way that would get past their Gestapo, you know, of Sana Amanat. Oh my God. They got this, like, approved body type for women over there. Heather Antos doesn't look like that. Sana Amanat doesn't look like that. They're both very attractive women. But the comic book characters that they produce look like potato sacks. That's the approved body type. And that's like almost every woman that's drawn in a Marvel comic today. They can't look sexy. They can't look attractive at all, because they don't want to incense the 12 weirdos on Twitter. I mean, who totally went nuts over America Chavez. A redesign of America Chavez by some Spanish artist, guy from Spain. I mean, He made her look sexy, like freaking hot. And, oh yeah, the Twitter mob went after that. Because it's not the approved body type, but, you know. And, of course, if you look at comics like the New Warriors, you know, there's a man that thinks he's not either a man or a woman, and there's a fat girl, and she's got a magical backpack that produces endless snacks, and I don't know, internet gas, and yeah, it's just the stupidest shit. Heather doesn't work for Marvel anymore. Now, she left to pursue some internet gambling site, and then she became the head editor at Valiant Comics. Now, Valiant Comics has got a pencils down order. Nobody's working. Nobody can work on their books. And I guess that's why she was free to do the interview with Sal. And she comes off as a kind of likable person in that interview, but she has no knowledge of comics at all. As if she's never read a comic book before. Huh. It's just weird. And she's a comic book editor. Wonder what she's got a degree in. Anyone in the comics, let me know. If you can find out. You know, because I don't like to look into people's history, you know, unwanted. I just see their actions on Twitter. I see the way they behave. And, you know, she's either the greatest troll or a bad guy from World War II dressed up as a pretty girl. I'm sure there was lots of pretty girls in the freaking Nazi party. Shit, I said it. Fuck. This video will probably be taken down too. I don't care. I don't feel that was fair. I don't think it's fair that they took my video down. It's a critique of a human, and I guess you can't do that. Even a terrible human. Now, of course, if this was a video about how awful Hitler was, it would stay up forever and ever. But a young, pretty girl who behaves in a fashion like one of the bad guys from World War II. Online, her online persona is awful. Absolutely awful. Just saying. Anyhow, that's all I gotta say. Marvel Comics is trash. Heather Antos is really cute. And, peace.